Kiko Ashino works as a waitress when a customer, Jiro Hideyoshi, needs her help. He believes a scientist is going to sell national research secrets that will cause delays in the sciences for a decade. To their surprise, it's the other way around. The scientist seems to be getting something he wants experimented on. With Jiro telling her to steal the package, she does so as she uses her magical wand to teleport away. The agent then turns into a giant, evil alien. Another giant alien, Gross Ajin, pops up to fight it. As explained, it might look like the giant was transported to another dimension to fight. But in actual fact, just like in reels for every movie, there is a gap between those films, and thus that is where the fighting takes place. Just too fast for our human eyes to catch. Kiko follows Jiro as they continue their mission. He explains that they are from an organization that protects superhumans. Jiro transforms his car into a giant mechanical centaur, Equus, to fight the evil alien. And there's something about using the climate too. Anyway, the evil alien is defeated. But Kiko is shocked that Jiro attacked Gross Ajin too. Jiro tells Gross Ajin to separate from that human. However, he claims to be sharing this human's life now. A flashback reveals the human police officer saw he was dying after his spaceship crashed. After being explained about the danger befalling the planet, he did not hesitate to agree and merge with him. Jiro does not believe in him giving his life for his planet because if he did that, he would not exist. He also knows the body is at its limit, but if they act now, Gross Ajin can go back to his home planet. In the back alley, Jiro did the necessary to send Gross Ajin back. Back at the bureau, the scientist looks disappointed upon learning he was dealing with aliens. Jiro brings Kiko back to his organization and makes her a member. Flash forward a few years into the future, and Kiko is seen chasing down Jiro, but he gives her the slip after all that fighting. It is believed he disobeyed orders from the bureau to save a human's life and went rogue. And it has something to do with Jiro merging the human with the comatose evil alien after separating him from Gross Ajin. Jiro is certain that he won't ever go back to the superhuman bureau. Furauta the ghost kid is at a carnival where a man is exhibiting a rare and expensive bug to odd kids. Furauta transformed into a bird and caused havoc to free the bug so he could sell it and get the money when a thick black fog engulfed the area. The freed bug is grateful for his assistance and mentions that the Tartaros bugmen in this fog are her comrades who came to take her away, and Furauta fainted. The black fog is now engulfing the National Diet building. Furauta wakes up to be in prison, but when he heard about this news, he decided to get cheeky again. I mean, as a ghost, he could just pass through walls. When Jiro sees him, he tells police officers to surround him since he cannot pass through living objects. At first, Furauta is not interested in working with Jiro in his bureau, but after seeing how cute Kiko is, he'd love to try it out. He learns everyone here is a superhuman except for Jiro, who is the only human. Furauta wants to join, but they're not hiring since they just hired Kiko. They brought him in just to watch over him so he doesn't play pranks on others. Furauta, who is obsessed with Kiko, tries to impress her, but her mind is somewhere else. Along the way, he meets Kanpei, the bug he saved earlier. He gets the wrong idea that she likes him, so he tells her he already has someone he likes. He also thinks she is a ghost because she suddenly disappears. The bureau's chief, Daishi Akita, talks to Jiru's adoptive dad and researcher, Magataki, about the Tartaros bugmen, who once ruled this world for millennia before falling from power. Magataki believes this virus, which he cultivated from their grave, is the reason for their downfall. With all the superhumans in the fog case dead, Furauta decides to help out with this fog mission since he can pass through things. If he is successful, he'll join the bureau. He enters the fog and throws the virus container at them. The fog disappears. Kanpei doesn't seem pleased and flies away. The bureau members vote on whether Furauta should join or not. Kiko is against it since she doesn't want kids working in dangerous places. But by a majority vote, Furauta is in. In the near future, Furauta is attacked by a grown-up Kanpei but saved by Jiro. Kanpei has been looking for him to avenge the deaths of her Tartaros bugmen. She is their queen, was captured and about to be sold, and Furauta saved them. The Tartaros bugmen lived in Japanese woods and had a contract with humans. But today's politicians forgot about it and started cutting down trees, infuriating them. Because Furauta killed them with the virus, she is the only one left. Furauta feels guilty and would gladly die by her hands. But Jiro tells him his life is not enough compared to the millions he took. Even if Kanpei took it, what difference would it make? She can't forgive him because they are friends. But Kanpei notes that because they are different now, they cannot be friends. Furauta is sad that he is always stuck as a kid and cannot tell between good and bad. He wants to grow up too, but Jiro tells him to stay as he is. Detective Reito Shiba is investigating a series of bomb explosions at train stations and airports. He is not too thrilled when the Superhuman Bureau is also assigned to this case. As employees from Yatsuka Heavy Industries were targeted, it can be deduced that Yatsuka might be developing weapons for other countries. The loophole is that doing research for it is legal. But what if a superhero is trying to stop them from making weapons for other countries? Jiro and Shiba argue about the lack of superheroes, and Shiba promises to catch the culprit by himself. Daishi explains that Shiba was a brilliant detective until an accident. His entire body was replaced with a machine, and his memories and personality were transplanted into it. Shiba, on his way to a Yatsuka factory, meets a girl named Miko Kurogi. She asks if he is with Yatsuka. He denies. When Shiba sees the Superhuman Bureau here, he takes her to run but gets electrocuted. She then grabs him and runs into the factory. Miko is also a robot, as she is trying to search for someone, but it looks like it's the wrong target. It is discovered that a pair of robots, a male and a female, were created during the war. Miko is one of them. Kaoru Handa is the other, although he went missing after the war. It could be that they were sent away and programmed to meet like lovers. When they meet, they might turn into the ultimate weapon. If they are bombs, you know what this means when infiltrating an enemy country, right? Shiba finds Miko and realizes that the recent attacks were because she was trying to find that person, and the only clue she got was that he was made from Yatsuka factory, like how all the bombs were. Shiba is drawn to her, but she is not amused and runs away. He is going to shoot her when Jiro borrows some time-stopping devices from fellow comrade Hayama Jaguar Yoshimura to stop time and grab both of them. Shiba reveals his body is designed very closely to that of her counterpart, which is why he is drawn to her. That is why he will also destroy her. After telling her about the possible merger that will turn her into a bomb, he tells her it is a safer bet for her to merge with him. Miko couldn't accept it and jumped into the water plant to self-destruct. In the future, Shiba has turned rogue as he destroys a military escort, bringing home a criminal who has been living a reclusive life in Guam. He brings her to where the water plant is. He thought Miko had blown herself up but had merely dived to the bottom to hibernate. This criminal is Kaoru, who was given orders to hide in the south. Shiba wants him to merge with her. After explaining the false love and sense of justice programmed into them, he will use them to show what true justice is and awaken Japan. Jiro steps in to stop Shiba. Miko and Kaoru have already merged. However, they cannot do as Shiba wishes since what he is doing is evil. But aren't they just machines to program what they are told to? Jiro says justice and all that crap are only due to humans' misinterpretation of it and at times making mistakes. Shiba and Jiro begin their superpower fight. If the bomb doesn't destroy the place, I think their fighting will. When beasts were spotted in Japan, Jiro wanted to use his power to kill them, but was reminded that the Bureau's duty is only to secretly manage superhumans. Jiro believes all beasts are evil, although his colleague, Emikino, believes not all are. Upon arrival at the scene, Grossagen pops up to take the beast on. That was the first time Grossagen appeared, and he has fought many beasts. But after he left for his planet, a month later, it seems more beasts are appearing. Will there be another such great hero to fight beasts? Speaking of which, a giant squid beast is dropping acidic drops over the city. Don't worry, there is this little superhuman, Earth-chan, to the rescue. Although everybody knows about this superhuman, based on the law, superhumans cannot be reported in newspapers, despite the monster incident. Even if superhumans can appear in magazines, they are all lies. It is what the Bureau wishes for in its bid to hide and protect them. Also, since more beasts have emerged, the number of superhumans laying low has increased to help out and show off their fighting prowess by defeating those beasts. Jiro and Kiko are following Furata to a bunch of kids who are keeping a baby beast, Gagan. They are picked up by Yamato to see the president, Matsumoto, of a mini company, Radio Wave. As beasts are popular with many people, his aim is to broadcast them live when they appear. He feels sorry for beasts because they are products of human experiments and industrial waste and believes they should coexist. However, Jiro believes otherwise, saying that they are born of nature. They explain that Gagan has been Hiroyuki's brother ever since the war. His real brother died of malnutrition. When he picked up Gagan in the streets, he treated it like his reincarnated brother. As proof, it is quite gentle and friendly. Shiba stops by to report findings from the lab about the DNA of beasts coming from one source. This means somebody is manufacturing beasts and might be selling them to crime syndicates. Jiro defends Radio Wave, as this rundown factory cannot make a decent beast. Shiba thinks Jiro is conspiring something because, with beasts being the bad guys, it is a good reason to make superhumans look good. Yamato and Matsumoto thank Jiro for not reporting Gagan. Gagan takes a liking to Jiro and clings all over him. When the news reports the return of Master Ultima, it seems like it is very bad news. Daishi sees a couple of his old friends, and in their true form, they discuss what measures should be taken. Daishi then reports to his bureau members that all the reported beast appearances have been sold separately to organizations by the same maker, and the broker is Radio Wave. Jiro becomes upset as he rushes over there. However, Yamato comes crying that they've gone too far as a big Gagon has been developed using bits of Gagon. Jiro tries to stop Matsumoto, but the latter activates his big Gagon to crush him. Jiro releases his locks to turn into some fire monster and burn the place down. Yamato is actually Emi as she repairs Jiro by pushing back all his protruding bolts and calming his flame. Jiro is resting and having trouble remembering what happened. As the beast's appearances have reduced, Matsumoto, Hiroyuki, and Gagon are currently missing, but the Bureau believes they are hiding at some university that is organizing a peaceful march. True enough, they are. Before Jiro could take action, Hiroyuki stabbed him with a serum that made him go berserk. He accuses them all of being beasts, so they should become one too. This is part of the plan to make Jiro look like the bad guy, so Matsumoto can send his beast to take him down and earn a good public image. There is a dead American beast, but with Gagon's regenerative cell, it can grow explosively well. The beast absorbs Gagon and turns into Megagon. The rally leader convinces the student to protect Megagon as Jiro runs rampage. Luckily, Furata ejects Jiro before anything untoward can happen. Megagon and the rest make their march and garner more support from the public. Kiko confronts Emi about her disguise as Hayato. She claims she is a yokai and can't shapeshift without a model, thus the missing cutout pictures from the magazine. Emi knows the chief loves superhumans and would never have allowed this, but she continued to let Jiro stay on the job because he is far more dangerous and not an ordinary human. That is why she loves him. Only a person who truly loves him can stop him. She shows a burn scar on her palm. In short, everyone has beasts inside them. Kiko sees a worried Jiro trying to get up because Emi went by herself to defeat the monster. He reveals his hatred for beasts, which began in his childhood. A beast was attacking the city, and at that time Jiro had just escaped some strict facilities. That freedom made him cheer on the beast because it was like it freed him. But at the same time, he hated it for wanting to destroy the world. There is one beast he can't reach, and Kiko thinks it is Emi. She tries to kiss him and act like a beast to prove there is one inside her. When Megagon begins to move, it is stopped by Furata, disguised as a sticky mat. Then Emi summons the birds to annoy Megagon as he turns himself into a ball. To buy more time, Kiko uses her magic to try and lift it, but to no avail. The trains collide for some super explosion, but since it didn't reach, Daishi possesses a train and fights Megagon till a large explosion occurs. The crowd then provokes Megagon to attack and destroy. Matsumoto rants about beasts not being able to understand humans, and that is why he loves them. Cue for him to get killed off. Jiro arrives to finish it off. Megagon and Jiro begin their superpower fight. Kiko uses her power to give a power rifle to Jiro, while Megagon turns into a ball and goes to him. Jiro fired the shot at him, leaving Megagon defeated. Hiroyuki rushes over and calls out his name, while Jiro points the gun at him to finish him off. Emi is seen giving Magataki blood derivatives to Jiro. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. I only covered 1 to 5 episodes.